Hiya to the tribe. Greetings, everyone. This is TAIFA World Ministry of Education, not a ministry of religion. And I was told to come on here and share something right now. So it must be somebody who needs to hear this. It's not about this book. This is just a prop, so you won't be looking at a blank space. But get the book if you want to be more. If you're interested in it, if you know who Dred Scott is, get the book. If you don't know who Dred Scott is, you're probably not interested in getting the book. It's written by uh, Napolitano. I think he was a White House official, Secretary of State, or something like that. The message that was shared with me just now to share with you is that you need to get off this government assistance. You see, it's a sham. You see how people who are here illegally get more assistance than you who are here legally. But you should have seen this long time ago. I saw it a long time ago. That's why when the community I was with, we temporarily disbanded. So I had to go find me an apartment. And they had a structure so that I had Section 8. So the minute I got to my apartment and got on Section 8, I was paying very, very little. I could afford to pay the whole price, but since I had Section 8, I just paid the rent that they told me to. But then, to qualify for this, no, by the way, Section 8, you need to find out what that means in the military. When the military give in the army a Section 8, it means you got a mental problem, basically. When you get a Section 8 in the military, it means you got a mental problem. So it's interesting how people actually get on Section 8. They call it welfare outside in the civilian life, but I don't know if it's the same thing, but just the idea, the Section 8 in the military means you have mental problems. So I was on it for the year, and every year this woman would come in and do an inspection of the house. Because the term of the Section 8 was that it had to be certain standards. So something like if I took the light bulbs out someplace to save electricity, they said, no, you got to put those light bulbs in there. You know, all this nitpicking. So after the second year of that, I said, well, look, she act like it's her house. Like I'm just staying here under her permission. And I'm paying the rent. Oh, it's the Section 8 that gives them that a right to come in whenever, once a year. They announce, they don't just show up. So I say, look, I don't need this harassment. That's what it was to me. So I told her, I don't need your Section 8. I don't need it. So I began to pay the full price of rent. And the rent go up and up and up and up. But each time the rent go up, I would have things that come on in my work that increase my income every time. Because I'm independently entrepreneur, right? Do a lot of different things. So by having that crutch of Section 8, it makes you lazy. You cannot advance because you've been fed on a pacifier. Yeah, that pacifies you. You get, okay, my rent is paid, so I don't have to worry about nothing. but you ain't getting no real milk because you're not motivated to do anything. And I always knew that whatever someone gives you, they can take it away. So I'm so glad that I followed my knowledge to get off Section 8 and pay the full price of rent. Now, the rent since then has quadrupled, but it's no problem with me because my income has quadrupled. And I'm free in the sense that nobody can come to my house and tell me how many lights I should have on, or what light bulb should be, or where I should cover up the outlets in case a child can stick a finger. Nobody can come and tell me anything. Even though this is not my house, I'm renting it. But the point is, when you take responsibility for your surroundings and what you're a part of, it makes you free. I didn't know the government was giving all this money to people coming in here illegally. So that would be like a, what do you call it? They're giving me $400 or $500 a month, but the illegals are getting $5,000 and $6,000 a month. That's an insult. So I'm glad I'm glad I had stopped being participant in that because it wasn't right to begin with. Because I could afford to pay the full rent. It's for people who could not afford. So it wasn't for me to have it to begin with. But it was instrumental in me getting an apartment when I needed to move out of the controlled environment we was in, because everything we had was paid for. We didn't have to worry about rent. Of course, we make donations and contributions, more contributions than donations. Because contributions mean you're a part of something. Donations mean they have no control over you. They can just take your money and do what they want to do with it. That's the difference between donations and contributions. So the community I was involved with the contributions, I have to worry about rent, lights, none of that stuff. But I made contributions. So the point is being made here is that if you are barely making it and you need Section 8, work to get yourself in a position where you don't need not only Section 8, but any government assistance. Because that's not something you want to be in right now. Look at it like you've been taken care of. Don't you know one day they're gonna get tired of taking care of you? And whatever they're doing with the legals, that's their business. Whatever agenda they have. But I always want to be independent. And the more somebody's giving you, the less motivation you have to do something for yourself. So even now, by paying this enormous rent, it's keeping me motivated to doing things for myself. Pretty soon, things gonna change. And I have houses all over the place. But for right now, this is what I need. Hey, who's in the chat? Thank you for coming in. Hi, Mid City. You're really good. Yeah, you too. How are you doing today? I like to come on and talk to the people every now and then. Makes my day. So, yeah, if you can afford to get off government assistance, do it because it's not it's not being ran right to begin with. And just because people are getting thousands of dollars who come in here, that don't mean they're in a good position. That don't place them in a better position because that means you're indebted to someone. And the scripture says don't be indebted to no one. I don't need scriptures to tell me that. I know that in my own mind to be free, not to owe anybody anything. Well, that was the message I had to share. I had interrupted my studies because I just received this message, and I said, well, don't hesitate when you get the download. You got to do it right. And with the live on YouTube, it allows you to do that. So if you watch my videos, I appreciate you. If you subscribe, I appreciate you. If you don't, I appreciate you still. Because this information is not for everybody. I think it's for a chosen few. And we're not getting a lot of participation right now, but that's okay. Because when a student are ready, the teacher will appear. So when people are looking for this information, they'll say, oh, who is this Minister TAIFA World? Man, that's just what I want to be a part of. Let's see what they got to say. They've been looking for me, and I've been here for a while. But it just wasn't time for them to find me. So I'm following the spirit of my ancestors. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Okay, if there's no more questions, nobody want to share anything with me, they just want to receive and don't give, I guess it's time for me to go. Because I'm more blessed, because I'm sharing, I'm giving. So I'm more blessed than you who are just receiving. What is Midi City anyway? I never heard of it. MITY. What did that mean? If you would answer that question for me. I'll wait. You know what? I don't think nobody's even in here. I don't think nobody's even in the chat. So I'm going to sign off for now. I hire to the tribe.